Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is Lorraine from The Sacred Alchemist 1111. How are you all doing? I hope that each and every single one of you guys are doing really well within yourselves. You are practicing your rituals. You are practicing your meditations on a day-to-day basis. You're practicing, your spell work, your candle work, saging, palo sandering up yourselves. And just really trying to just harness the positivity and the goodness that you can extract from this, existence and this assimilation called life. Guys, I am going to be bringing you a reading. This is going to be for both divine feminines and divine masculines, star seeds, chosen ones. Okay, so I kind of felt really compelled right now, guys, to really sort of more discuss and talk about the strength that you need to find within yourselves, because I know that the energies have been just going all over the place, and it's just been a bit crazy at the moment whilst we're trying to navigate ourselves through the storm. We are getting so much attacks from left, right and center. Our senses, our visions are being blocked. Our energies are being blocked. Our emotions are being manipulated. And all we're trying to do is just band together, heal ourselves and descend towards 5D consciousness. And this just feels like it's really becoming a real case of the spiritual warfare. This is a struggle for you to be, saved sort of thing, okay, that you really want to make it, but it's just proving to be really difficult at this precise moment in time. So I just feel that it's just really now the time of when we need to really start to band together, to pull together. Now, this can be done either in your local communities or, definitely online, but this is about also putting on your armor, putting on your armor of God, and really just stepping up to push back energetically these kind of forces that have been really going ahead and going strong to try and charge against you by trying to desensitize so many things that are moralistically wrong, but they're trying to normalize it as, no, it's fine, it's normal, it's okay. All right. I saw something that was quite disturbing to me. I'll just tell you very quickly. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the dating website, dating business or dating company called OkCupid. I saw a video on Facebook. I was just scrolling through the video section, and there was, I don't know where it was in America, but this happened on a train. I don't know, I could be wrong, but let's just say it was New York. Okay, it was the what do the Americans call the trains again? Is it subway? Isn't it subway or a train? Well, train station, but I don't think it was. The train was moving, so it wasn't at a train station. But there was this lady that was looking up at the when you're standing and you've got oh my goodness, above the windows you have the boards, the advertising boards where businesses will pay for the advertising space, which is quite pricey to say the least, to promote their business. Okay, which is nothing wrong with that. It's fine, not a problem. All right. However, what this company called OkCupid was promoting was nothing more than just a few steps away from soft porn. And it was really graphic in a sense of, all right, we're big people, we're adults. However, this was in a public space where children, young children, impressionable children from the ages of probably about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that kind of age group, right? Even I don't know, 15, 16 as well. But children, right, not adults, could see these advertising boards, okay, as and it was, to be honest, it was tasteless, it was tacky, and it was not appropriate for it to be you know, sort of like advertised in that kind of way. They could have found a different way of advertising it, all right? There were different ways. To me, this was quite, there was a section of 2 people, and they were looking like they were about to kiss, or they were kissing. However, why is it that it was just like one continuous tongue from one mouth, one person's mouth to the other person's mouth? I thought, who in their right mind would do something like that? Nobody has a tongue like that. Nobody is attached to somebody in that kind of way, where they are literally not even locking lips, but have joined tongues together, like their tongues merged into one. To me, that was just like, it just looked a bit too, I mean, this is my opinion, guys. Call me old-fashioned if you like, but there's just so much things that I have seen since falling down the rabbit hole and knowing what this spirit world is all about, knowing that what times we are in. It just felt to me that this was just highly inappropriate, all right? And if you are coming from a higher level of consciousness, to me, that felt like that was just such a low vibrational energy. And it got me to the point of where I actually went onto the Facebook page and I just said how inappropriate it was. And I was quite, also, I noticed as well that there was quite a few people that was complaining as well about that, you know, the graphics was not appropriate for young children. It's all right for us adults. I mean, we can easily just switch off and just think, oh, that's just not for me. I don't resonate with that, whatever. But when it comes to a child, when it comes to children, it's like, no, obviously they're like a sponge. They, you know, they absorb everything, all right? Things that they're not meant to absorb, they absorb it all, all right? And this is what I'm talking about with regards to, I mean, how that even managed to pass by and be accepted, even on the underground or the subway station or whatever, you know, it's called, the metro or something. Like, surely there was no form of consciousness that was around at that time to allow these kind of pictures and on billboards and stuff like that to be accepted. We're living in some really, really crazy times, guys, right? And what I'm getting at as well, is time for us to start pushing back. But in an energetic way, right? Push back energetically. Really start to hone in and tap into our divine powers and really start to work on growing them a lot, because this is the time now for us to start really stepping up. I feel that we have been silent in a sense for so long, and we've got to stop living in fear. This fear thing has to stop, because I feel that this is what's making us, I know as empaths and as highly sensitive persons, it's like we don't really want to face those kind of, situations, or we don't really want to rock the boat, or we don't want to push, these narcissistic, toxic beings aside because, but, they're not really that bad, or they'll change, or they'll do this and that, We've got to stop making excuses. Okay, for that is like, no, this is unacceptable. In order for us to sort of like really step in, to really be raised in humanity, we have to be able to become more stronger within ourselves, all right? And really step up and say what is right and what isn't right, okay? Especially where children are concerned. It's more, for my thing, it was more to do with the exposure that the children would have been facing more than anything else. And it just made me feel very uncomfortable, and it was disturbing to sort of like, to say the least. Okay. I did actually mention, and all right, so that's what I wanted to talk about as well. I just wanted to jump in very quickly to respond back to a comment that somebody had made with regards to a reading that I had done the other day, where I was mentioning about staying in your lane. And the person, I can't remember if it's male or female. I'm sorry. I can't remember if it was, but the person basically was saying that, that they disagreed with what I said about staying in your lane. So, it would have really helped if I had the thing. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me see if I can just bring it up. It would be easier. All right. So it's by a lady, Spiritual Babe 101. How are you? Greetings, greetings. And it was saying that basically the disclaimer would have been great until the part where you said that you need to stay in your own lane, or you need to be staying in your own lane. Yet your title contradicts your intention. I'm watching these DF and karmic readings to see who actually is catering to their disclaimer. Injustice is everyone's lane, then, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying, you're not the first reader I've called out. Thanks. Okay. So basically, thank you so much for the comment. But basically, what I was referring to is that if you are consciously aware that somebody is in your lane and they have the intentions of not helping you along, but they're trying to block you, they're trying to do all kinds of things to making you sort of like become hindered and no longer, basically stunting your growth. And if you are consciously aware of that, then that's when it's down to you to say, well, yes, they do need to stay in their own lane. If you know who you are, if you know yourself. It's not about allowing anybody anymore, especially when you've learnt the life lessons. If you've learnt the life lessons from this toxic person, it's about you energetically removing that person from your life. They have to go. They have to be put aside. So yes, theoretically speaking, they have to stay in their own lane. They have to be working on themselves. If you can see consciously from a high level of, from a high level perspective, that they are not putting in the work for themselves and they're wasting their own lives, well then, first of all, that's down to them because we all have free will. But my free will, in my understanding of free will is, if I don't want to have somebody that's hanging on to me and they're trying to maliciously stop me and prevent me from ascending to a high level of consciousness and to become more positive minded within myself, I have every right by universal law to tell that person that they need to move away from me and they need to stay in their own lane. Okay, so that is what I was referring to. Anybody that is not right for you. All right, we've gone through situations before in our lives where we have experienced these kind of toxicities. Okay, and unfortunately, they would have come from. We would have come from being born into these kind of very, very like low vibrational, heavy toxic family settings. But it was for our training, so to speak. And I know it's a little bit sort of, I know for some of you guys, you're still in there, all right? And for those that are getting out of it, you're breaking the generational curses, you're fixing up the bloodlines so that you are also healing the ancestral line from before, and also for your descendants, your future descendants, to sort of make sure that you're healing everything by saying, no, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Come off of my path. Stay off of my path. Stay in your own lane. Fix yourself. Get your life in order. You cannot be fixing your life, fixing yourself, if then you're not sort of, if you're not wanting to fix yourself, but you want to sort of like be in my lane, So this is sort of like what I was getting at. So it was to do with the reading, the reading that was called A Life Has Been Ruined Thanks to the Decision of Another. This was earthly injustice, okay? So that was what I was referring to. So, I mean, obviously, if you're not aware, you're not aware. But if the moment that you become aware consciously that somebody's not good for you and they are just really just sort of like manipulating you, gaslighting you, why should you have to endure that all the time? All right? You have the right to turn around and say, no, enough is enough. Please stay away from it, or get away from it, or just move the hell away from it, or however you're going to say it. But you have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to protect yourself. So thank you so much for the comment. You can always comment again to sort of like say, but I wasn't trying to, and I did not mean to sort of like cause contradiction or confusion in that sense, okay? And that's why I kind of had to break that down a little bit more for you guys as well. We have a right to be successful. And just as, the haters or the people that can't stand us, they have a right to be successful too, if they learn to work on themselves as well, all right? Where it comes to sort of jumping into other people's lanes and stuff like that, we get tired of it, or we get now fully aware of it. That's the life lessons that's been learned. It's time for them to just get off. and, you know, not, you know, to stunt my growth anymore. If you are going to be working with me, then we can share the lane or we can just work together. That's fine. But if you are there to make sure that you are maliciously campaigning to destroy me, you have to get off and you have to go into your own lane, and you need to resonate and heal yourself. That's what I'm referring to. All right, guys, let me get stuck into the reading now. It's 15 minutes, 51 seconds. That's just gone by on the clock. First and foremost, I wanted to just tap into these. This is the Angel Tarot. This is by Travis McHenry. He's also the author, the creator that done the Occult Tarot as well. So we've got the demon side and we've got the angel side. I decided to pick up on the angel energy, the angel deck for me, for this reading. It just felt very like, I don't want to sort of like talk about so much about the negative energies. I don't want to sort of like pull cards for the negative vibes or the negative ones. I just really want to just keep it for us, okay? Whether you are divine feminine or a divine masculine, okay? The masculines who have woken up, not the distorted ones. The feminines who have woken up, not the distorted ones, because you're not going to be able to resonate with this reading, all right? So guys, if this is not for you, if you don't feel that this reading is for you, please don't waste no more of your time. Just click off. And there's no point in putting in the comments to say that it's not my reading. You know, it's not for me. That's fine, all right? It's not for you, no problem, okay? There's other readers out there, or you can always come back at a later date and see if there's anything that has changed within you. But these two cards really stuck out to me, which is Hakamaya and Anuel. And it's the Strength card, the Raising God, and we've got the Six of Swords, the Gentle God. So to me, this really felt very significant with these two angel cards right now, because to me, it's about the fact that you have to be raising up and standing up, resisting the kind of temptations, or when you sort of like end up, you know, not even about having like sort of like intimate relationships with people, okay, or probably in the past, but also about friends or people that are coming into your life, or even watching out for, you know, karmic feminines, karmic masculines, or even karmic readers, okay, because lots of them, you know, some of them don't really resonate on that kind of level, all right, and sometimes you can kind of tell where they're kind of going with this kind of reading, and sometimes you just have to pull yourself out and just block them and just move on, all right? And I've had to do that a couple of times with certain readers because I just couldn't resonate energetically no more. I never said, oh, I'm going to unsubscribe and this isn't the other. I just literally just moved on, wished them well, and just moved on because it just wasn't for me anymore. The same thing is applying, especially when we are now coming into this full awareness of what's actually going on. As time goes on and time goes by, you're going to be seeing a lot more people who are going to be stepping into their own authentic self. So this could be the low negative complex or the positive complex. It's entirely their own free will and free choice at the end of the day. Which side you choose to stand on and the side that you choose to relate with the most is down to you. But to me, this is about the fact that the ones who's going to be for this reading are the ones that wants to be rising up and staying clear, staying away from these kind of energies. The Six of Swords is about moving on, moving away from trauma to gentle, calmer waters. We've also got loyalty, delivery from those who seek to oppress brings victory. This is also giving me the Six of Swords and Six of Wands energy as well, about the victory. Okay, and for the Six of Swords, this is perception of unity, protects against accidents and heals the sick. All right, so this is really, really important, guys. So I don't know if you work with angels or not, or these are your guardian angels, but yeah, just kind of get some more energies, get some more messages from these two angels. I feel that they really wanted to say something, the way how they fell out, and it felt really appropriate for this reading. I'm just going to pull another couple more. One more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. We have got Hahasaya, which is the God, the impenetrable secret, universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. Okay, so for some of you guys, you're really stepping up into your hidden knowledge. I know I was doing that as well. The healing aspect of everything, which I'm just going to point again to for the Six of Swords. I know that you guys have been feeling a lot of these really, really messed up sort of like symptoms, especially where headaches are concerned. You know, I mean, obviously, if it gets, you know, guys, if you do have sort of like, you know, ongoing illnesses and, you know, there is cause for concern, as always, please do seek, you know, medical advice. Okay, so I'm not saying that, you know, every headache is just, oh, it's just normal, because, you know, you just never know. And for peace of mind, this is about just making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay, this is you just being gentle with yourself as well. During the times of when right now, this is like where things are becoming so overwhelming as well. Even sometimes if you notice, if you get really excited about certain things, you get really excited, all of a sudden you might get a headache, you might get your truth, you know, your truth chills might come on, you get really excited and overwhelmed, but also it just, you know, triggers off a headache. Take your time, all right? These newfounded energies and what you're discovering about yourself is beautiful and exciting, but it's also saying that you need to just basically be very aware of, you know, be careful. We've got Ayahil, which is the Five of Swords. God, the highest being, desired to know the acquisition of wisdom. But with the Five of Swords as well, this is about understanding and knowing about all of these manipulations. With the Nine of Wands energy from this deck hit, from this card as well, it's knowing that you've been through a lot. And this is, again, why you need to be very careful and just really gentle with your energies as well, gentle with yourself. It's really important to make sure that you are really aligning yourself with those who understand, overstand, and understand as well. Okay, for some of you guys, you're trying to work with a lot of sigil magic as well. I'm hearing go easy with that, especially when it comes to charging them up. At this time, I would definitely say to be getting more hydrated, using the proper, the relevant crystals where your intentions are concerned. Making sure also to stay in the present moment as well. We do have at the bottom of the deck the Page of Cups, Ayazel, and this is God who rejoices. Divine comfort gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. How appropriate is that card, especially with what I'm trying to get to today with regards to us needing to really, as a collective, just really be careful about who we are vibing with and really about each other, and the way how it's time for us to start really energetically standing up and standing strong within ourselves. I've been saying for the past couple of readings that I found that it, you know, kind of helped with, you know, like say like with confidence issues, if you are suffering with anxiety as well. Usually I've been saying as well, there could be a legion of them outside waiting, but I am still going to be standing strong within my power to move forward. All right, you don't show no fear. And again, using that fear less, using the word or saying the words fear, try to lessen it as well, because that is another thing that is, you're emitting out that energy and that vibration, because the veil is getting really thin now. And it's like the demons are just waiting, rubbing their hands in glee whenever it comes to, you know, when we're feeling really low within ourselves. And as empaths, it can really impact us a lot, all right? I wanted to talk about something just slipped in with regards to certain events that we have been witnessing as well. About these distractions, and also distractions that are in the form of life lessons as well. Lessons that we need to learn and understand about. Okay, in particular, I know that everyone's talking about it as well with regards to what happened to that young girl and her boyfriend. There's more than what's actually going on there from my own personal perspective, and I know that there's other people that have said the same thing as well. There is to me, they felt that there was something quite ritualistic about that. And what I'm trying to get at as well is the fact that it's not just about, don't take it at face value as to what's actually going on with that. There's more. Learn to read deep into this as well. But using your intuition. What I found quite sort of like a bit sort of uncalled for, in a sense, is that you had certain people that was saying that basically, oh, that with regards to the colour of her skin, why was it so much high profile and bringing race into this as well? But to me, I didn't see it that way. I more saw this as a way of trying to put fear and a lot of division again into the collective as well. We all have an opinion and a perception on what it is, and I don't want to sort of like project that onto you guys. I want you guys to sort of like really step in a little bit more into what's really going on here, because to me it just felt that they're just trying to do anything and everything possible to keep us from being divided, to keep us from being united within ourselves, but really pointing out about the race and about this and the other, and about the fact that she was female, she was, you know, and what about other people that's been, you know, missing? Of course, we know that there are other people that's missing. And this is what I'm saying, that we need to really sort of step up and really put on our, you know, our protection armor, because it's time that we start to really speak up for those that are definitely missing. Okay. Most definitely, because it's not just her. Unfortunately for her, she, you know, they really do believe that she's gone. Okay. And how she died was just unjust as well. And it was just awful. Another thing that we need to sort of like focus on as well here is the fact that more needs to be done as well about these missing children, these missing cases. Okay. Where, you know, it seems to me that they're covering it a little bit, but not as much as they should. All right. And we know that there's something very demonic that is taking place and satanic that's taking place when it comes to this. Because whenever they do these kind of sacrifices, there's always something that they are leading up to as well, to do against the masses, and especially against those who are really waking up. I really don't know why I'm being led to talk about this in this kind of way, but I just felt really compelled to. And it is really, really sad. Okay, I'm trying to keep this energy really, really positive, because I really want us to stay positive. I want us to be in high vibration right now. Okay, because I want us to be able to see exactly what is going on and how we're supposed to be healing ourselves in order to really sort of start towards uplifting humanity in this time as well. For those, I mean, this is no how can I say, this is no walk in the park for anybody. And I tell you something, this shadow work, it's really, really awful. It really feels really low. I don't know if some of you guys were triggered by what was going on there, and maybe it sort of like put you guys into some form of shadow work, or if you know of somebody that was going through that. And I feel that at this precise moment in time, this is about sending out a lot of healing energy towards each other during this time right now, because it's just really, it seems to me like the energies are getting heavier. Okay, and we really need to be banding together, stepping into our intuition a lot more. Yes, we have our days of when we're feeling very positive minded and stuff like that, but we also have to remember to spare a thought. Think about those who are still facing heavy oppression right now, especially what's going on in in America, and what's going on especially in Australia. Sending out a lot of love and light to those who have been affected. New Zealand as well, just everywhere at the moment. We just really are under attack, guys. We are really under attack. The divine masculine is becoming so emasculated to the point of where, there's just so many things that's just going wrong. And, as feminines as well, we really have to start to gather ourselves in numbers and start to really focus on tapping into our high priestess energy, our empress energy, in order to really begin to have this compassion towards a lot of healing as well. There's no time now to be procrastinating anymore. There's no time to feel fearful or doubt yourself that you don't have what it takes. You have what it takes. You're still here. And if you're watching this reading up to this point, you know what I'm talking about. You're still here. You have a purpose. You have a purpose, okay? You have a purpose. You are prepared. I did a survey with regards to just finding out how prepared you guys are for what is to come. And, you know, the majority of you guys was saying that you guys are prepared. You guys are ready. And that was beautiful. That was amazing. I'm really pleased and happy to see that the collective is really stepping up strong, okay? But there was some, okay, I've got the results here. 148 votes. 61% of you said that you was born prepared. So that's 61%. 13% of you said that I am somewhat prepared. 11% of you said I am almost prepared. 11% of you said I'm nowhere near prepared. But 4% of you said help. So I kind of like, this is kind of, let me just show you guys. That's kind of like what I put there for you guys. Can you see it? All right. So I just really wanted to kind of like just mention that as well with regards to the way how, as we're moving forward, for those of us who are prepared, can we just please spare a thought and give a lot of energetic assistance to those who are somewhat prepared, they're almost prepared, they're no prepared, or they need help. Okay, we just really need to just be really just standing very strong in our energies right now, all right? And just helping out the collective a lot more. So, yeah. Oh, this feels like a real heavy reading. We just stepped out of the full moon in Pisces as well. So I know that I'm still feeling those energies, guys. You will just have to really bear with me as well. And I just got over a headache that lasted from the afternoon up until early hours this morning. So I'm just really just a little bit here, there and everywhere. All right. So I'm just really trying to step in very, calmly. And not only that, we've got the Mercury retrograde, as I said, that's coming up in the next couple of days. So I know that I'm feeling these vibes that, it's just, yeah. And I'm just trying to go with the flow. So I really do appreciate you guys as well. And I know that you guys are on that vibe as well. So we're just trying to just bear patience with each other. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's step into the reading. This is going to be for the High Priestess of Light, the Priestess of Light energy. What have we got going on within ourselves? What is it that we need to know right now? Stepping up, stepping in. Next couple of cards, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. All right. So the first card is this one. We have got, how did I guess this card? One of these cards, this card would have come out somewhere. As I was just talking about as well, this is what I'm saying with regards to the conflict, the unrest. We're really just having to be really strong and try. I mean, this will be number 4. 3 and 1 is 4. So this will be about stability and strength. But you see how it's been broken down. We've got 31. Okay, we need to really rise up towards being more strength, having more strength within ourselves as well. Dealing with a lot of hostilities, dealing with a lot of negative energies. People that are trying to undermine us with regards to our goals in life and what it is that we are trying to produce and co-create, not just with each other, ourselves, but with the universe as well. Lack of faith, friendship, support, fun, unity, play. See, this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to this hostile kind of environment that we're in, Remember what I just mentioned to you as well about the preparation. We need to stick together. We need to be more helping each other out. Adjustment, looking back, moving forward, adjusting ourselves, our visions, our perceptions, so that it will help us to gain more wisdom during these times as well, as we are receiving our downloads from the divine. We've got achievement, effort plus intention. You see, this is your ally. This is your protector, I would say. And the reason why I say it in that kind of way is because to me, the way I have these cards are, I swear these cards from this one to this one had come out before in a reading, in a previous reading. But it's as if like all what's been going on with people that are trying to throw so much shade your way, as you are trying to just stand in your path, stand in your sovereignty, just be happy within yourself, trying to be happy for others, trying to wish each other, everybody else success. Because to be fair, no, everybody does need to have success in their lives. Everybody's entitled to it. But if they choose not to go down that path, as I said before, and their intentions are not good, then they have to end up facing the karma. All right. But this is about the achievements that you've done. You've really put in so much. And this is why some of you guys are so exhausted as well. Feeling absolutely drained. Okay. As I mentioned about with the water, I don't know if I'm told I have to say it again. So you get your glass of water. Okay. So you kind of meditate with it. You make sure that you put yourself in a very neutral energy, neutral space, certainly living in the present, staying in the moment, making sure that your vibrations are very high, feeling all of the gratitude, the groundedness, the humbleness, the happiness within yourself. Before you drink that water, you speak into that water, all of the love, the intentions, even the energies that are coming through your hands that's going into that glass as well. You are speaking into that glass for love, happiness, gratitude for the water to replenish you and to quench your thirst and to really kind of give you that blessing that you need. And then you just drink it. So that's what I mean by sort of like activating the water in order to protect you as well. All right. It looks as well as if she's got actually something in her hand as well. I don't know if you can see that very well, guys, as well. The card that we've got underneath the bottom of the deck is idyllic times, the garden paradise, spending beautiful time in nature. Wherever that will be for you, whether it is just staring at a plant in your apartment and just being at one with that plant, or you are able to go to a green space in the city, or you're lucky enough to live in the countryside, or you are on vacation at the moment and you are, in some form of national park, or you are by the sea, you're somewhere, even if it's in your own garden, you're just really, it's just that sanctuary, that go-to place right now. And I feel that for most of us, it's like even looking at a plant as well can give you that kind of moment in time where you just feel relieved and protected and healed for that, even if it's just for a short duration of time. But bit by bit with daily practice, guys, this is going to help. All right. Let's get stuck in with the energy oracle cards. First card that we've got is 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So this is certainly about your connection to source, your crown chakra. Some of you need to be working on that a little bit more. I'm also picking up as well, remember what I mentioned about the headaches as well? If you are finding that you're getting a little bit of pressure, sort of like in your head area, if it's not so much as a headache, I would suggest that you need to be working more on your chakras, on the crown chakra. You can do that by listening to binaural beats. and using particular crystals that will be very good for your crown chakra as well. Also look out for certain messages in your dreams as well. All right, so for that we have got journey, spiritual journey right there, getting ready to go. For some of you guys, this is a contemplation right now. For some of you, you know that you need to go. Coming to a crossroads, but know that you don't want to spend too much time sort of like deliberating as well, because you know that there's no time left for deliberation or procrastinating so much. No, it's not deliberation, it's procrastination. Obviously deliberation, because you need to think about what it is that you want to do. These cards want to speak. We've got third chakra archangel Camuel. This is about using your gut instinct. Using your gut instincts. If something doesn't feel right to you guys, it probably means that there's something that you need to be just really checking out and checking in. All right. Some of you could be feeling, I'm picking up as well on anxiety. So some of you could be facing some stomach cramps. I had evening primrose oil, so you could even use that as a capsule. That's more used for, you know, that time of the month for menstruation, but also for the calming properties as well. Chamomile tea is another thing as well to help with calm. So that's another thing as well that I picked up there, but more to do with your gut instincts as well. And what I love about this card, it's connecting with with your heart, the passion that you've got within your heart, and obviously your crown chakra as well. Okay, the next one that we have got is daughter value. You know you're walking into something amazing. All right, whatever that is for you, about you getting your stability, it's going to give you that stability. Okay, some of you as well are trying to get into using hell money as well. What I'm picking up here, using hell money to connect with your ancestors in order to use this as a road opener. I'm hearing as well, some of you could be buying your way into another place. So it could be like, oh gosh, like a retreat, so to speak. A retreat, some kind of retreat that you're going to. I know that if you are, you know, sort of like able to do that, then that would be something that you guys would be wanting to do. Even if it's for like a few days, you know, wanting to just kind of get away. We've got a woman holding a coin. This is again about stability, about the fact that you are just really, I mean, this really goes very well together. Daughter value, woman holding a coin. Some of you could have acquired wealth, however it had come to you, but this is giving you now the ability. Remember what I said about you buying your way into another place, or you could be buying a new home or moving somewhere else, but you've now got the money now, the finances to do so. I'm also picking up here that this is the one who would have been prepared. You was born ready. You was born prepared. Sorry, excuse me. You was born prepared. I'm hearing sensible coins. The next card that we've got is a man holding a heart. So this could be the masculine and the feminine as well, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. As I said, for the ones that are opened up, the ones that are waking up as well. For some of them, divine masculines who have recently sort of stepped into your power now, you're realizing that you just really need to just hold on to your heart more instead of giving it away, or you're starting to learn how to heal yourself as well, all right? Knowing, you know, the traumas of what you've gone through as well, you know, so the healing can begin. Staying in nature at that time. Looking back at what you had gone through and adjusting your life accordingly so that you will be able to feel more freer and fulfilled. Making sure that you learn about certain friendships. Are they good for you or are they not good for you? Okay. I'm also picking up with the Page of Cups energy as well for this card here. Where it says about divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies as well. I feel that this is you definitely protecting your heart, divine masculine, during this time as well. The card at the bottom of the deck is the fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel, communication is key right now. We do have the Mercury retrograde that's stepping in. So I would be very mindful of my words at that particular time. Be careful about what you're going to say. Any kind of arrangements that you've got going on, be careful about stepping into any new contracts as well. Just kind of like giving you that heads up. And speaking from your heart. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. If there is some of you guys that have heard from your divine counterpart, and there's any kind of, I'm not trying to say that there should be like any hostilities at all, because this is about, if you do detect there's a hostility there, or it's going to get a bit hostile, it's about them being able to transmit that energy, having the power within yourself, divine feminine, because I feel that for some of you guys, you would have had enough time in separation to strengthen yourself and know exactly how you're going to handle the situation. Okay, if they come back, then this is how I will speak to them, how I will deal with them. Not coming off with any arguments again, because we don't do any arguments. This is trying to transmute that and change things up. If it's about wanting to have closure, to close off the disagreement between the two of you, to see if you can both move on, okay, either together or in separation, okay, separately, because, you know, the divine masculine may have actually discovered his soul mission, okay, and it may not be with the feminine. And vice versa, okay? Because we are all on different timelines, guys. Our situation is different from the next person, all right? However, if there is any form of communication that's coming in from, you know, for the two of you, if the divine puts it that way, then you do need to speak the truth. You do need to speak from your heart. You do need to be able to speak in a way where if there was any kind of form of injustice that was done, you know, then that's what you need to speak about. But do it in a way where it's not going to cause any further arguments. The last thing you need is arguments right now. It's about being gentle with yourself. And I feel that right now, some of you guys are feeling very sensitive as well. Strong within yourself, but very sensitive at the same time as well. I feel it's more to do with the energies and the way how the planets are, you know, in retrograde and stuff like that, or coming into retrograde. So it's really trying to go with the flow. And I just feel that we're just being pulled all over the place. So this is what I'm saying with regards to just go easy, all right, on each other and yourselves. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Remember what I said, if something doesn't feel right, it isn't right. And also as well, remember what I said, mentioned about the anxieties or stomach problems as well. So that's another thing that you need to kind of like be wary about. Trusting your instincts, aligning your life, trying to get your life into some form of order, trying to get it into some form of perspective that you can sort of see a way out. Dance with life. Do something to change your energies. If you are starting to feel unsure, or you don't know whether or not you can make it, or this journey just feels like it's too much, try to do something to change it up. I do sense that some of you guys are feeling that you want to give up right now, but you just need to just hold on. Do something as, again, look at what needs aligning and what doesn't need aligning in your life. What needs to change, what needs to go. Trust that niggle, all right? We have got keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you during these times. It's difficult, guys. The spiritual warfare is not just about the angels versus the demons. At first, I thought that. I'll be honest with you. A few years ago, I thought that. All right? But when I really got onto this journey, when I really went in deep and I started to sort of work on my shadow, do my shadow work and connected with everybody else who was on that journey too, and really discovering about what these generational curses is all about and the toxic families, and feeling that, oh, is it just me? No, it's other people too. But it was like, it's becoming like so common now. It's like it's the new norm, but it shouldn't be normal. This is not normal. And hence why we are here to change this up. Some of us are literally born into hell, and we're trying so hard to make our way back to heaven. And it's just like, some of us came here and we're like, you know, why did we come back for? Why are we here again? Because this just feels just so oppressive. It feels even worse than how it did before. It feels worse. Why did I come back? You know, just really asking certain questions. Okay, but just take the time with yourself. I feel that there's just so much anxiety right now. Okay, learn to hone in on your ancestral energy. Ask for assistance, call on them for support during this time, as well as your angels and your archangels. The card at the bottom of the deck is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I'm also picking up that, okay, I'm not saying that it's actual labor, but I feel that the pains that we are going through right now, they are labor pains. I'm not talking about giving birth to a baby. For some of you guys, you are about to give birth to babies. But what I'm picking up here is having to go through so much pain in order to give birth to the blessings. This is a reminder to me to mention to you guys as well, is knowing that you need to look after your bodies in particular. Okay, the healing of the wombs, the organs as well. Okay, so for some of you guys as well, if you had sort of like sexual partners in the past, where healing wasn't done within the area, the genital, oh my good grief, the sexual organs, the genitalia. See, it's starting already. Some of you guys really need to be working on that. You know what your purpose is with regards to bringing children into this world, but not karmic children. They're more divine children, the golden children that are supposed to be coming through anytime soon. This is about making the preparation for them. You know what needs to be done right now. And I feel that for some of you guys, there is a feeling of anxiety, and also I'm picking up on frustration with some of you guys with regards to your DMs. Even though you've detached and you've moved on, some of you still think back and think, well, why, how could you be so stupid? Or how could you be like so this, and the other? I mean, it's natural, it happens, but there's always that side of you that needs to sort of like send out that compassionate energy towards love and healing, and wishing them success, wishing them and hoping that they're able to really get through their journey, okay? Because it's this, good grief, this spiritual bloody warfare is just, it's just doing my head in. I'll be honest with you, it is. It's just so unbearable. It really is. It's becoming more apparent right now. It really, really is. We need to be careful about who we are contacting, getting into contact with. Just getting started on the star seed cards. We've got Hero, longing for home, homesick for the stars. As I said, some of you could be feeling really like, why did I come back here? Why didn't I just stay where I was? In the spirit world, or whichever realm that you originated from. I know that there's some of you that, have that kind of feeling, okay? But it comes and it goes. But I feel right about now, because of all what's going on, it's like we really want this to be over. We want this disclosure to happen, or we want the truth to come out. We want the great awakening we want everybody to be awakened now. We want the Illuminati to just be expunged. We want this, we want that, everything, but it's all about when it's going to happen, but what you do with yourself in the meantime, how you protect yourself in the meantime, how you prepare, because this new world order is something that is becoming, so apparent now. It's not even conspiracy anymore. It's actually happening. It's actually taking place right now. So we are just needing to be in some serious preparation right now, guys. All right. I really feel, I'm trying to keep this reading positive, guys. I really, really am. I'm trying to keep it positive. We need to make sure we keep our vibrations high, and that we're not slipping into any kind of lower vibration, because this is what they're trying to do. As I said, with regards to the race stuff that they're trying to bring in, they're trying to make sure that we're just staying really low, and in this 3D environment, this reality that we know, we can shift the timelines and just get out from there. Some they are messing around with the timelines as well, from the lower vibrational sense. I'm hearing that they're trying to do so in order to stop you. And that's kind of obvious. That's kind of obvious. We've got to remember the soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. This is why you are here. For some of you guys, you know deep down inside that you have a purpose. Even if you don't fully know exactly what it is that you were meant to do, all you know is that you're meant to be here to uplift humanity. Okay? Now, the next thing now to do is to figure out, well, how do I do this? What do I do? What am I good at? What am I not good at? What do I need to train on? What do I need to, how do I go about getting the inspiration that I need? Okay, there's a lot of options out there for us right now. Okay. We have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Guys, this is what's been going on. We're all guilty of this, aren't we? But we can't help it because it is who we are. When they see that you're so nice, they see that you have a way about you, your dress sense, your hair, the way how you smell, the way how you put your makeup on, what perfume you put on. Oh my God, even down to the music, the food that you eat, the way how you exercise yourself, and you're glowing up. You're growing up and you're glowing. Okay, your glow up is just too powerful for them. And that's why they just leech onto you, absorbing what's not yours. A lot of readers I've noticed, including myself, I've noticed that I have to take more time off, or as soon as I might do a reading, I'm exhausted. Because of how much it's just like, just leaving myself open to everything. And obviously when you're doing readings and you're using tarot and oracle cards, you're opening up a portal, okay? So it's like you're just trying to sort of like get the messages coming through, but you could be getting sort of like certain pains. You could be feeling really low, vibrationally speaking. You could be feeling very lethargic, thirsty as well. Lots of things is going on with us, okay? But we are here. We're not giving up. We are strong. We have the strength. We're strength in numbers. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe, knowing that the universe has our back. We are co-creators of the universe. Everything that we are doing right now is to help bring about this positive change. Knowing and understanding that people have a right to whatever opinion that they want to have, whether they choose to stay in the light or whether or not they choose to stay and dwell in the dark, but of a low vibration, then that is something that, that's down to them. But we have to make sure that we are only going to be with those who vibrate on our level as well. If we have the matching vibrations, then yeah, it's all good. We can work at this. The card at the bottom of the deck is, oh, this wants to come out as well. We've got another card that wants to come out. All right, so we've got trust the timing. Trust the way you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, sorry, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, so if you feel to yourself, I know that I just mentioned that time is running out. I feel to me that it is now time for us to really get into our alignment more within ourselves. Okay. I know that sometimes we do feel anxious. Why are we not together? Why is this happening? Why haven't I got my job yet? Why haven't I got my car yet? Why is this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Sometimes you are also left, and this is the rational side of me speaking as well. The irrational side of me has gone into those kind of episodes as well. Sometimes you have to be in a position, in a situation of where you have to bear witness to certain things that you would have otherwise missed if you wasn't there physically. You have to catch certain people out with your own eyes. Sometimes you need to see what certain people are doing. You have to hear, have to be sometimes within their earshot to hear what people really think of you and what they will do, what they plan to do to you. Sometimes you need to be, be met by somebody to come up to you physically in your face, in your presence, and tell you what somebody has got going on, or some kind of truth comes out. And this is why, okay, this is another reason why. And I know what I'm saying because I speak from experience, because this is recently happened to me, okay? And as much as I was frustrated, because I was freaking frustrated, I was also thankful to the universe and spirit for the fact that, yes, I was still here in the situation. But I'm thankful that I was able to be given the opportunity to be told, and I saw certain things. I'm thankful I handled the truth because the truth came to me. It came out. I know there's more to come, but from what I've gathered so far, I'm thankful. Yeah, a bit disappointed, a bit hurt, but I'm healing at the same time as well. So I know that I have that energy to heal as well. And I know that things will work itself out in the end, okay? So yeah, so that in that sense, all right? This card wants to speak, which is the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love, okay? Needing to step away from these vibes, step away from these people that are trying to come in to ruin you, to trying to come in to destroy you spiritually. And then we've got child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. This is why they want to destroy you. Look at this. Okay? My will to thy will, managing the micromanaging the universe, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You're definitely a chosen one. Definitely one of the chosen ones. And the Most High will always align, himself with the feminine more because of the compassion and the love that she's got within herself in order to bring about this beautiful healing. Not just across this planet, but across the universe. Okay, step into the tarot. See what kind of messages are going on around the feminines and the masculines. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to do the feminines first, and I'll step in to do the masculines after. Okay. Let's see what kind of messages that we got, Spirit. Thank you. I'm going to pull from the top. We have got Knight of Wands. We have got the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We have got the Ace of Swords, wow, in the upright position. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Tower. Well, this really speaks for itself. Really, really does. You're not about anything to do with, I tell you, this to me is narcissistic energy. I'm picking up the Knight of Wands is a fast in and out energy. Someone that's quite determined to take action towards you, but then 1 minute they're there, then the next minute they're over there. It's like they really can't make up their mind. And with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, I feel that this has just been literally that time of when things just ended pretty badly. But you've gotten over it. You got to find out a little bit more about what was going on, especially with this juggling, Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the instability that this person or this situation is bringing you. It's not bringing you any stability. It's not bringing you anything that is going to make you feel comfortable in staying. So the fact that you saw the truth, Divine Feminine, it was time for you to go. And really, with the Tower card, this is where the split came up. And I feel that this is what you want to say. This is going to be part of the conversation that I feel that you're going to have with the masculine. What is this card that wants to come out? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's destined. It's time. Okay, this is part of the destiny. This, to me, this was meant to happen. And I feel that for some of you guys, now that you've sort of seen the truth and you get to understand a little bit more, this is what's happening. And I know that some of you have that ability to kind of like see, so excuse me, pardon me, into the future. If you've got that precognition that things are going to, you guys will come back in to talk, to speak your truth, then this is what's actually going to be happening as well. And I feel that for some of you guys, yeah, you know, it's not just about being angry or anything like that, about being pissed off, because I know that some of you guys know that there's a reason for this. This is all about the life lessons. This is all about the soul contracts that needed to be filled in and you know, completed during this time. So you kind of know that already. So that's, I feel, for some of you guys that can relate to what I just said, this is why you feel that you can handle speaking the truth, and you will be able to handle facing the truth, and you will be able to speak with your divine counterpart without the need to be angry, you know, with them at all about anything, because you know, you've been there, you've grown already, you've glowed up, you've seeked out your knowledge, you get a better understanding, you've been paying attention to the signs and synchronicities and to the dream messages as well, and what the ancestors have been giving you energetically, you know, all right? So it's, I'm not disparaging it, you know, or writing it off, but it's like, some of you could be like, yeah, it's no biggie, it's okay. It's okay, I understand. I overstand and I understand, all right? Divine Masculine, we are going to step into your spread. Okay, this is good, thank you. We have got the King of Swords, so this is about detachment. As I said, you guys have really detached. You've received your downloads from the universe. You've really been listening to your higher self now, connecting with your higher self, really starting to heal. I feel, I don't know if you can see this very well. If you can see, like, there's sort of like two heads. So sort of like was looking in various directions. I feel that now you're more focused now. There's a sense of focus. There's a sense of like determination and a serious about you. I feel that you're also ready as a King of Swords now to come in to speak your truth. All right. You was in that Knight of Wands energy, but it's like, no, I'm not coming off like that again. Okay, not no more. Oh my goodness. We've got the Nine of Crystals. For some of you guys, this is where you were single and focusing on your independence. I'm picking up on Orion energy right there because we've got the Orion's belt, which is right there. I do feel that you have been working on, if money is still sort of like an issue, but you're still working on your coins. I feel that this is definitely about you being solo though, more single. And really just trying to figure out who you are, knowing thyself, knowing who you are, and not letting anybody sort of like manipulate you anymore. If you was in that manipulative energy before, with the karmic, with the life lesson that you had to go through, that has come to an end. We have got the Emperor in the reverse. So I still feel, guys, for some of you that you're still in this work in progress, because you've got the Nine of Crystals. I still feel that, you know, there's still work to be done. And I don't sense that you are sort of like ashamed to admit it. I feel that there's sort of like, this masculine feels that there's still a little bit of vulnerability still within them, okay? And I feel that there's certain things that you still need to be working on with regards to your control issues as well. Knowing fully well that you lost control in certain things, or, you know, that you need to really just step up and become more accountable and responsible with this Emperor energy. Like you'll find it's okay to talk about it now. The card that we have as well is the Eight of Crystals in the reverse. So again, it's in reverse. You still need to do a lot more work on yourself. It's a work in progress. All right. Work in progress. I'm also picking up again, it's telling me about the finances as well, that may be still, you know, outstanding. Maybe you're still trying to work on that. But the main thing as well is that we've got the King of Swords there. So there is determination, and looking at things from a logical perspective as well. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So I feel that if you was in this energy before as a knight, that's in the past, because now you're stepping up as a king. Thankfully, what I've noticed with this particular spread, for this particular reading on this particular day, there's no pages in sight. So that's a good thing where this spread is concerned. I feel that this is definitely what's going on with you guys right now in your reality right now in this 3D. I feel for some of you guys, if you haven't already heard from the masculine, they're going to be talking about a lot of things that they've been working on within themselves and discovering about who they really are now. No longer coming at you with this aggressiveness. but still trying to work on that in that area as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on here, guys, but I'm going to leave it here. This is what I've got. I hope that this has kind of helped you with your situation, trying to get a bit of a better understanding as to this whole affair. It's just really exhausting, but guys, just hang in there. It's you know, I tell you, this journey isn't really for everybody. It really isn't, and it is as beautiful and as rewarding as it will be. It's really painful, and I feel that this initiation, it really feels that this is initiation for understanding, for clarity, for patience, for compassion, for forgiveness, for love, for understanding the dark forces and the light forces, and knowing how to balance out the two without getting caught up into this energy of fear, but knowing that with courage in your heart, you can really transmute this energy into something that is good. And I feel that for those of you who really have stepped into this dark energy, you know, with the left-hand path and the right-hand path, whatever choice that you have made within yourself, the intentions that you've made within yourself, for your lifetime, for whatever kind of experience that you're going to be experiencing in this lifetime, that's your choice. And there's nothing really that anybody can do to convince you otherwise. That is down to you. Nobody can take that away from you but you. You know about the consequences. You know about whatever it is that you want to do within yourself. That is entirely up to you. For others as well, this is about, obviously, you know, knowing within yourself which side you stand on as well. All right, because this is about opposing the light forces and the dark forces, and just trying to diffuse it so that it doesn't really, you know, it's just trying to lessen the fighting and the arguments and the interfighting, because I'm just seeing that so much these days, guys. It's just becoming so obvious that the dark forces are trying everything that they possibly can to throw so much in your face, so that it's more that you're seeing what's going on, but you're not actually using the critical thinking side of you or using the intuitive side of you to really focus on your gut instincts. But, oh, if you see it, then first thing, it's like, oh, it's definitely that. And, you know, oh, let's just stay even more divided. Then instead of saying, well, no, let's stay even more united. Okay? Guys, thank you for your patience with this reading. It's really lengthy. I didn't mean for it to be, but there were certain things that I was just came out of my mouth and I needed to say. So yeah, just go easy with yourselves during the Mercury retrograde, as I said. Remember, we just stepped out of the full moon energies as well. And we do have new moon that is going to be coming up next month. I think it's going to be the 4th of October, if I'm not mistaken. No, or is it? Or around about the 10th or the 11th. But anyway, is it still going to be... It may still be the Mercury retrograde season, even when we are going to be experiencing the new moon. So just be mindful of that, putting out your intentions as well, doing lots of meditation when you're doing your manifestations, because remember, it's Mercury retrograde. Okay, I just needed to kind of add that in there and stress that. Guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching this lengthy reading. Please do take care of each other as well. Spread the love, spread the light, spread the word. Okay, peace out. I'll be back with another reading. Take care.